Hello everybody, this is Charmander here, playing Mordekaiser, top lane, the king of swag as I like to call it, seeing as he's not the king of Hui anymore, at least not like he was back in the old days. Mordekaiser is a AP, kinda tanky bully. Emphasis on the word bully, let's put bold on all that. Mordekaiser is somebody who pretty much just kind of fucks your day up if you have to do any type of initiating at all. So I'm just gonna get right into the gameplay. So I got lucky enough to face a Garen top, which is actually very good for me. Garen is one of those people who is really an annoyance for people in my ranking in ELO, which is mid-silver to low gold. So nowadays, now that Garen has his new passive buff, he just kind of regains health for standing around in the bushes like a bastard. He can just kind of stay in lane forever, and because he doesn't use mana, it doesn't really even matter. He's one of those manaless champions nowadays who really is just there to really ruin your day. And as you can see, as a quote-unquote tank that Garen is, he chunks me pretty well, even when I have a decent shield up. He just kind of runs in with his Q and then hits me with his E. Now the trick to beating Garen, just overall as Mordekaiser, is put your shield on yourself as he's coming in, and then trade with him with your Q. Now his main tactic is going to be, I'm going to either A, charge my Q, or charge you with my Q activated, and then as I hit you, I'm going to hit my E to just max out the damage, and slow you to keep you there and maybe get a few auto attacks in. Or B, if he's a bad Garen, like this one is, he's going to pop his E, and then after he's done popping his E, he's going to rush at you with his Q. Now, if he does the second one, then you're fine. Like right now, because he's popping his E first, I can get away from it, or I can just kind of negate the damage with my shield a lot easier. If he comes in with his Q first and hits it and actually gets it off, I'm silenced and I can't do anything. That's why when you're going up against Garen, especially Garen as Mordekaiser, you really want to have your Q ready as you pop your shield. Now right here is a failed gank by Sejuani. Thankfully I have some ward control that unfortunately just ran out. It's just kind of intuition. I knew a gank was coming. I'm speeding up the clip here just to pass over what I bought in the store. I got the amplifying tome, I got more health pots, and I got some wards. The wards should be self-explanatory. I don't want to get ganked. The amplifying tome is to build into the Hextech revolver so I can get some spell vamp. Right here you see that Katarina tries to jump me, fails completely, and gets completely cleaved. Garen also eats up some damage, and thankfully Yi is there to help keep them away from coming back or from getting Sejuani to come in. Now, while I have this free time, Anna knows that Sejuani is kind of lacking in the jungle at the moment, just for her team, not in general. I'm going to use that time to help Yi, I should say, steal some buffs. I'm going to go back to the store and I'm going to buy my gunblade, or my revolver, excuse me, build that up, because if you're like me, my motto is attack, attack, attack. I try to hit you as hard as I can, as much as I can, and especially as Mordekaiser, when you're doing this type of build or that type of aggressive nature, you're going to run out of health really quick because you don't have mana, but your spells use your health. Now, once you have at least just that spell vamp, you can see that you're going to be able to sustain a lot more. Now, Garen gets really cocky here, or he underestimates me. I think it's a little bit of a combination of both. As you see right here, he's just kind of going back and forth from recalling to not recalling. And as you see in a second, he pops his E, pops his W, rushes me with his Q, and actually ends the E a little early to negate some of the damage it could have done. And all the while, he's taking damage from both my W, which is my shield, and my E, and the minions around him. Now, he's really low at the time. I know he doesn't have flash from the last engage. I know Sejuani is not around, so I pop him with everything that I have and flash to secure the kill, because, as you can see, in about a second, once you kill somebody with your ult as Mordekaiser, do everything that you can to ensure that you push something forward. I'm going to speed the clip up in a couple seconds, and I'm going to show you that this tower is pretty much nothing. I can take it in under 20 or 30 seconds, especially with Garen. God forbid your Mordekaiser to get a really heavy damaging ADC. You can just cleave through towers and even inhibit the turret if you do it well enough. Now, the only bad thing about this is that sometimes your minion that you have will get targeted as a regular minion. So right here in the middle, I see Yi just going completely ham going in, being greedy, going for the kill, and getting double kill. Now, unfortunately, I die under turret, and I also, unfortunately, my E was just coming back, so I couldn't at least trade with Garen. So we lose 2, 4-2, but our E is going to be scaling a little bit better than Katarina is, just skill-wise in this game, and I really don't lose out too much as long as I'm not feeding. That was my first death of the game, actually, and it came very, 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 very close to me getting away. Now, Garen and me are just kind of trading hits back and forth at top like we've been doing. I'm keeping up wards just so I can have vision, so nobody comes up, ganks me, and just ruins my day. I'm also trying to protect my turret because if Garen gets the chance to just push over every turret he possibly can, he will. Now, I get kind of nervous and I pop him with my ult there, and if you look at it, my ult actually gives me a pretty good chunk of health back. Now, I know that Garen's going mid, and I try to warn Xerath, but it seems that Xerath is a little bit too overzealous in his own right and doesn't really listen. So I can't really help him with that. He gives Garen a kill, and it really sucks for me because then we have to deal with that tank even more fed. Now, the video is going to still be fast-forwarded a bit just because there isn't too much that happens except for right now. I use my teleport to go in there, and unfortunately I don't use because Butter AC gets it. He also goes all the way at least trying to somebody. His flash almost gets him to go away, but I got him just in time to get him to close distance. Now, Katarina is going to be Katarina. I'm just going to go ham on everybody. In retrospect, I probably should have gone back to help them out. I was already in ham on kill. Now, he and myself are fighting all three, or both of them at the moment today. And as you see there, Xerath does a piss poor job with his ult. And unfortunately, again, my E just comes back from the silence. I cannot kill Katarina. We're going to fast forward the clip a little bit more because now it's just me dead going through this item selection store to see what I want to buy. Again, I outfit myself with some more wards. Around this time, it's about 20 minutes into the game, you want to upgrade your trinket into either the double ward or the pink ward. I have my pink ward, well, I just had my pink ward destroyed up in the top tri-bush, so I just kind of regular ward that. You always want to have the wards available just because so many people bitch nowadays about vision control and warding and all this other stuff. But it's not like back in Season 3 where, you know, you get 1,000 wards, you can just place them. You get 3 wards a person, help your support out. It is not that much money to get wards that always come back. You save money at the end. Now, this is the time we should be doing Mordekaiser building. I'm just roaming around lanes, and at this point in time, I can initiate with my ult just to get us. You don't always want to use your ult to get the kill. If you just use it in the beginning of the fight knowing that the guy is going to die, or to scare them to go back, because people will panic and get the fuck out of there. So I have the ghost. So now it is 6. Now, unfortunately, we missed that. I do have my W on Yasuo. It gives me the speed boost, and a little bit of slow from Varus ensures that we have the kill. Now, I cut out a little bit because it's just kind of back and forth, dick teasing. Now, jump right into Mastery follows up with me to get Katarina. That's 2 main sources of damage out of the game. We go back to the team, help clean up the rest of the people. Varus gets killed by Sejuani, so it's Soraka, unfortunately, but that's 4 of them down. We also lose a tower at this point because Garen is just kind of doing his split pushing thing, which is not too bad of an idea. He does have his teleport to come right in, burn his flash, and just cleave Xerath. So I recall, go back to the store, get some more items. When I started out, I had a cloth armor and pots. That's a really good setup if you're facing a kind of slower tank like Garen. Usually you want to go door and shield with a pot, but either or is customizable depending on who you're fighting. Now right here, we kill Garen over watching Baron, and I get him as a minion. So we just kind of dick tease each other, and I throw Garen over to the side because Katarina's front. Now I know that Grace is going to use that to initiate it, and here comes the minion. Unfortunately, everybody's going to pin down by someone or we just get melted immediately. You really want to just kind of try to get Katarina and Kalista ASAP. Doesn't matter who else is in the game, just get them. Master Yi goes in and kind of gets some kills, but unfortunately he gives Katarina another kill, which, as long as you give Cats kills, they could be 0 and 69. As long as they get like 3 or 4 kills, they're going to come back and just be Katarina. Now, right here, we're trying to establish domination of both the top, bottom river, the buffs, and dragons. We have 3 dragons at the moment to their 1 dragon. It would have been 4, but Sejuani jumped over the wall to kill it. and to kind of ensure that her team had a little bit of a fighting chance. Now, it's the same thing as before. We're kind of teasing each other's dicks. Masteries pops kills, and Yasuo is hitting his ults and popping up, and Varus hits a nice ult himself. We end up taking down 2 really damaging people, which helps us out completely. And like you see, as soon as Kalista comes in, so Garen kind of just comes in there, takes a lot of damage, and Katarina ends up hourglassing there. Xerath, again, doing a piss-poor performance and trying to use the ult. And with that, finally hit something, and we get the ace. So, push up the tower, take down the minions, push up the tower, push up the inhibitor, take them down, end up getting another ace by killing them again. I end up killing Kalista, so that works out with us. Everybody's down, we get Baron. Garen makes a stupid choice trying to come over and take us on by himself, and his team really just doesn't even follow up either, so that kind of screws him over. Now, right now, we're just going to kind of just patrol the jungle. I try to ward just to make sure that we have vision from any spots we might get ganked at. Going around, patrolling. We end up finding him in the middle, and eventually, I kind of wait here for a second, hoping that Sejuani comes up. She doesn't come up, take any bait. We end up running Katarina like the Benny Hill theme, getting her with my ult. She's dead. Garen's running away, nothing he can do. Xerath lands it on him, he dies. So we have the Baron buff, and we're pushing minions hardcore bottom. Xerath is mid, trying to clean up as much minions as he can and push mid, and they end up meeting us bottom and stopping us for a little while. Take that down, and we have us dropping any speed boosts that we have to keep everybody away, and we just kind of fall back. Now, Master Yi ends up going through and taking down somebody, and then it's a little bit of a mini fight, and we end up losing that with the teams like we have, and it's just kind of uneventful for about another 60 or 60 minutes. So we fast forward a bit, go into the mid lane. I'm kind of up in the front trying to bait everybody to come in and jump me, thinking that I'm alone. My teammate's waiting close enough to where I will get close if I die. Now the team, I don't know if they were trying to hide behind that wall and peek over, but I can see them. Now Sejuani's going to do okay. And as we just did before, Varus hits his ult. Xerath his ult. Kalista saved Yasuo, and he just goes ham on that spot. Now, unfortunately, I'm split up because I'm down by the 2 really heavy damage dealers, and I can't get back to these guys in a smart way. If I go in through behind, I'm going to get fucking killed. I recall with Xerath, and we just try to kind of hold the inhibitor for a bit, clear up minions as we can, take down at least the first thing, just so she can't see any vision. And they're over here by Baron. So, Baron's going to do more damage to the enemies because it's magic. Because I do magic, so I might as well get the free and easy kill. Now, I know Sejuani was low, and if it was replaced with somebody else, like if Katarina was right next to her, I would have made the same decision. Simply for the fact is, they could have just ignored me, and then smited Baron and gotten it, and just caused this game to go another 8 or 9 minutes, or even, 15 or so. Getting Sejuani out of the way means that 1,000 true damage is not there for them to take an easy Baron. So, we get that, and we just kind of set him back because Sejuani is a really good initiator. So we do the electric boogaloo part 2. Drop a ward over to see who's there. Now this part still perplexes me as I watch this video. Katarina comes around the side and just kind of tries to poke. Xerath ends up using his ult and drops it. They end up getting there. Katarina is here by herself. Now I did use my ult on Sejuani just to kind of keep her down. And unfortunately, I do get killed we have. But fortunately, I just kind of started to pick off targets as they come in and hit the Now, I really go into tryhard mode here and do my hardest to get Garen, and we end up getting some good stuns and CC on him, but he flashes over the wall. And as you saw for that whole team fight, I got focused a lot by a lot of abilities. My spell vamp plus my shield gives me a lot of time to soak up damage. We grab the first inhibitor, go bottom, get the second inhibitor before Garen comes down and tries to fuck us up. I go for the turret by sending my fake Garen, and they just kind of kill him, and we just run away. So, keep up the dragon again, river. Now, right here is a really big part that happened. As soon as we got dragon, everybody got jumped and murdered by a perfect awesome. So it's me and Xerath. Xerath gets jumped and targeted by Sejuani, which is a really smart move because they're going to kill him first. Now, this is 50 minutes into the game. If I die, that's GG. It's all Now, I know they can't die off because they have Guardian Animals, so I'll be way too tanky for them to go. Now, Sejuani is really low, so I know she's not going to tank that. There's no minions there, so Garen is just going to try to tank as much as he can. I take Ballista out of the fight, and if I had an ult, I would have. So they end up getting the turret, but Garen is extremely low along with Ballista, so they can't do much if the tank and their ADC's down. So I'm just kind of holding it out, and Ballista is being stupid here and either checking her menu or really confident that she can get to base before I can eat her. And that's her fault for being cocky. Now right there is the start of their descent into buttfuck. So everybody comes back to life, combines and everything, end up moving towards middle, and we just kind of wait for that to happen, and immediately I wait in the back. I know they can handle face stuff. I take Katarina out of the equation completely. Katarina doesn't want to come in, so Ballista gets all of the attack. Now, along with my Abysmal Scepter that I have, which drops resist, I have the Void Staff, which gives me extra penetration, and my World which gives me more Spell Vamp, and just damage overall. Yasuo does a perfect little block there, and then fast forwarding a bit because nothing really happens. We push the inhibitor over, give the minions some leeway to push. Garen tries to stop us, but ultimately they can't stop the full might of us. And that is my Mordekaiser. I'm glad everybody watched it. And